Okay, fine. I give up. I know what you guys are thinking. Okay, Mr. Challenge, Mr. Market Crash, Mr. Big Shirt. How do you feel today? The market is up almost 500 points. You got to be losing your butt off. Well, I have a confession to make. April 9th, the second day of the challenge, it gets pretty bad. Well, sort of. Take a look. See what you think. Morning of April 9th, about 10 minutes into the market, what I have done so far, I've got a position in Google, $1,000 strike puts, and I've got a position at BKNG. And I still have my position from last week on Shopify, which last week as of close of the Friday was positive 1,500. Now it's negative 1,700. Okay, so I'm going to add some more BKNG puts because I'm observing it's going higher on a very, very tiny volume, like 70, 80,000 shares, and it already made a move of $40. So I'm going to try to use that to my advantage, buy some 2050 puts, and I'm going to buy like 3 of them right here at a price of about $18. Confirm, send. Let's see if I can get a fill. Boom, I got it. And so I have a position I've also accumulated that's currently showing a loss, but I'm expecting basically BKNG to retract back quite a bit. The spread is really high on very low volume, and at the same time what I'm observing is the markets, again, once they reach this level here, they starting to sort of retract back. So I think shortly BKNG is going to repeat that move. We clearly see Google and some of the other stocks, they're really stalling out at the same levels that we're trying to pass higher on Friday. So that makes me believe right now maybe a decent point of entry with a potential reversal lower again. So we'll see what's going to happen. All right, back here again, guys. Look, just wanted to make an observation. My trading is not going very well today. Some of the losses I've got, so I'm currently negative $6,900 on my trades. And partially, I'll be honest with you, it's because sometimes having a hard time observing some of the rules that I set for myself. In other words, right now, as I'm recording this live, it's 10:15 in the morning, and it's actually part of my strategy to try to wait till 10:15 in the morning before placing any trades. And again, it's not precise. Sometimes it could be 10:05, sometimes it could be 10:20, but basically I'm trying to stay out of that market move between 9:30 and 10:15. And so clearly I've already accumulated some positions, and I've got a loss of 7,000 right now. Well, that would have been avoided if I would have just started to enter my positions right now. Again, I was entering them right here thinking that probably it's good, the market's going to top out right here. So I would have been much better off waiting until that move here happened, which actually happened in the last 15-20 minutes. And so when the market started reversing again, it would have been much better for me to enter the positions around that level. So again, observing some of these things sometimes makes a big difference on the cost of entry in your positions, and so makes a huge impact on how you end up for the day. So right now it's not looking good. It's not going well at all. And BKNG clearly keeps going higher against me, and I've got a pretty sizable position in it, and it's not looking good. Look, this market is no joke. It will definitely test you, okay? So check this out. It keeps moving higher. 43.50 up for the day. S&P at 26.50 basically. All right, VIX, despite of all the high volatility days that we have seen, right, all of a sudden VIX is just calm and cool and collected and everything. And that's how I want to be, as difficult as it remains when you just keep seeing everything is green. Look, a lot of stocks have gapped up higher. So what do you make of this, right? When do you finally break down and cut your losses? Well, I'm going to stay here and hang in there for just a little while longer, because sometimes that's all it takes to prevail and win. They were right. They knew it. I should have bought the dip. Oh my God, what am I doing? Shorting stocks. I should have bought the dip. Why did I not listen to them? I'm just kidding. Just having some fun here, okay? I'm glad I didn't buy the dip, but I am short in the top. Check back with you later. So it looks like the market just keeps going higher and higher and higher, and there ain't no stopping. Look at this, almost got to 2650, 45 points higher on S&P for the day. So when it looked like it was just would never ever stop ever again, like it would just keep going higher and higher, I was finally able to nail a trade right here at the very top. I was able to get some BKNG, and so far this is my only profitable trade for the day. It's making 2,500 bucks. I was able to cut my losses shorter on BKNG earlier from roughly 9 grand. I'm now losing 6,900. Now overall still losing 15,700 for the day. But because I did not give up on my strategy and I was able to finally lock in that top, or what I perceived to be the top, I'm seeing some gains for the day. Now, in this type of environment, of course, I try to be extremely careful because you never know what the top is and how far further this market can go. However, I am observing the VIX, right? The market is up 45, almost 50 points. However, the VIX is having a really hard time breaking this 20 level. So to me, as long as the VIX stays above 20, as long as the key stocks like Google and Amazon are struggling to go higher, I'm going to keep holding on to my shorts. Now, the worst case scenario is, of course, the markets can continue going higher into the close, and they could continue going higher tomorrow. In that case, the positions that I'm holding are ridiculously dangerous. So I am, however, observing low volume on the way higher, especially in BKNG, and this is why I'm trying to enter according to one of my strategies, which is short at the top. Now, again, the challenge is to nail the top sometimes. So as you can see, I've tried to nail the top a few times today and I keep missing it. Now, if I do finally get this right, I should be able to see the account start climbing up higher pretty quick. So again, there's no exact signs here to nail in a trade, but you got to have some strategy and you got to stick to it. And well, in my case, at least I believe that, in order to gain some traction and results. So we'll check back in a little bit. Thanks. Okay, so I want to make a interesting point because I think some of the traders are faced with this situation oftentimes. So if we'll go to the monitor, okay, where I got my positions, and we'll look at BKNG. I have different strikes. As you can see, I've got 2,097 and a half strike. I have 2,050 strike and 2,035 strike. They're all puts, okay? And so the question is, which one do you sell? Well, this one is making 18,000 right now. This position is making 2,500, and this position is making 982. I think typically what a trader would want to do is they would want to take the position that makes the most money, right, and just get the profits. Well, I'm actually planning on doing exactly the opposite. I'm planning on keeping the position that's making currently the most money because it is my position that represents the lowest amount of risk. So I'm going to keep the lowest amount of risk overnight. And the reason I'm considering to do this right now because it is officially 3:18 in the afternoon. The markets were heading significantly higher today. Yet if you look through my history, have I ever bought a call option today? The answer is absolutely no. Okay, so as you can see right here, I'm trying to point all of the options I bought, they were puts. Okay, so as the stocks were climbing higher at their all-time highs of the day, now I didn't time every trade perfectly, but that was the importance behind me actually splitting some of the trades. So clearly the worst trade I made was this one when I got in too early. And this is actually the highest risk trade because it has the lowest strike put at a level of 2,035. Currently, price line it's trading at 2,055. So on that position, I am technically $20 still out of the money. Okay, now I am going to set a stop limit order to try to close this out, hopefully at around 20 bucks. So I'm expecting maybe in the next 40 minutes for price line to drop maybe another $5 roughly. If it does that, maybe $5, $6, $7 in that range, I'm going to be able to close this position at $20. And let me see. And I'm going to keep the other two. Now, my general strategy, I don't want to keep all positions overnight because there are times when things come up unexpectedly, some things that you don't plan for. So my strategy is to never keep the positions open overnight, not the entire account. So I'm going to keep some positions open and I'm going to collect some cash before the market closes on some other positions. Thanks for tuning in. I'll do a quick update. Hopefully, if I catch this order being sold live, actually hang out here with me for just another second. Let me see if we can possibly execute this. Where do I have it set now? Let's take a look. So now that I have made a decision which one I'm going to keep, earlier I had an order set here for 5, so I'm going to cancel out this order. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay. Okay, so 2055 on price line. I'm going to go in here into my positions. I'm going to find this one that I want to close, which is 13. And so it's making the list amount of money, and that's the one I want to close. And I want to let the profits run on the one that is in the money. It's in the money, 40 bucks. So I want to keep that one. And again, why would I want to do that? Well, because it represents less risk. If the markets go higher tomorrow for something unexpected, which I'm not planning on markets going higher, I'm planning on markets going lower. But if it's something that I do not expect, that a market moves that comes my way, I want to be prepared. I want to have some cash in the account, and I want to keep the position that has the highest probability of winning by the end of the week, because all of these options expire this Friday. So I want to keep the one that's in the money. Okay, so and I'm probably going to be regretting this tomorrow that I'm closing this one, because it would have made a bunch more money. But I have to stay disciplined, as hard as it is to do right now. I have to follow my rules that I gotta keep cash available to take advantage of what the market brings tomorrow. So that's exactly what I am trying to do here, as much as I don't want to be doing this. All right, so what are we doing? All right, we're going to set a sell order, single sell, 13 to close, April 18, 2035 puts at a price of, let's say, would be okay to sell it at $20. Or, you know what, let's do it at 21. I like 21. Okay, so let's go ahead, send the order in, and boom. And let's see if we can get that executed in the next few minutes here. Thanks for staying with me. Hey guys, real quick, just wanted to bring up a point, right? In some of my previous videos, I'm mentioning that a big part of my system is trend reversal opportunities. TRO is what I call them. So trend reversal opportunity, I think today is a great example, right? So here's your trend. Everything's going higher, nowhere but higher, 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 higher. You know, so if you hold in short positions here, you get scared like crazy around here. The market just looks green. It just looks like it's just going to keep going higher. It just looks like the crash is completely off the table. The market is turning around. The bulls are right. The bear case is off the table. Everything is green, right? So, and this is where the trend, the uptrend, actually reverses, and then you get this. Okay, so the question is, well, how do you know that this is the top? Right? It's not an easy part to time the top, but clearly I do observe certain signs. And if you're curious to know what they are, what I look for, and if you really want to learn how to trade, how to do this in detail, how to try to be consistent with it and make profits, sign up for online training. It's very simple. Go to marketcrash.money, click on the big green button right there on the screen that says how to profit, schedule your one-on-one training, and take action. Take the step now. Don't let the next crazy opportunity, trend reversal, slip away right from under your palms. So take action. I hope to talk to you soon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the finish line. Last 3 minutes of the close. What do we have for the day? In the morning, things look pretty rough, right? So the account was losing about $16,000. Currently, we are at $114,000, and technically we started the day with $79,000. What to do so you wouldn't panic, right? Again, I focus on what I call trend reversal opportunities, right? So the entire day, the trend's been going higher, and then the trend reversed. Trend reversal opportunities. Okay, let's take a closer look. Maybe I'll do like a 5-minute graph. So clearly the market went higher in the morning, it reversed, now it goes lower. So this right here is the trend reversal opportunity. Now when the market is here, this is probably one of the hardest decisions to make, right? Why would you be buying puts here opposed to be buying the puts here? So most of the people are looking at the screen right now and they're like, oh my God, it's red. I need to buy some puts. Well, this is actually sort of late to be buying puts. Now, technically going with the action into tomorrow, this huge reversal kind of makes sense that this reversal trend could continue into tomorrow. And this is why there are times when you are actually going to struggle. You know, I really would like to keep this BKNG position, the entire position overnight, because everything is pointing to a lower open in the morning. The markets are selling off going into the close, right? So I was adding to my Shopify position. I more than doubled the Shopify position when it was right here at 122.80 roughly. That's when I added the puts, and I'll show you the history in just a second, right? So I really want to keep this position. I don't want to sell it. I think BKNG is going to fall much lower, but I'm having a really hard time with it, right? So let's see. 30 seconds to go. Let's see if I can get this order in. Okay, I can try to put it in at $19 right now. Let's see if I'm able to do that. Cancel, replace order. I may not have time to do this. All right, let's try to put this in at 19 bucks and see if I get filled in that. All right, confirm, send. Yes, I got it. Close and bell. All right, and so now going into tomorrow officially, I ended up with 113,395. I have cleared almost $25,000 with this last sale, trying to capitalize on what tomorrow could bring. Now let's look through the trades, right? I started with having quite a bit of a loss on my BKNG position. So where did I end up with? Okay. $29,000 profit on BKNG. As you know, it started with about an $9,000 loss. Where am I on Google? On Google, unfortunately, just a $560 gain. On Shopify, a $965 gain. All right, so to summarize this, day 2 of trading, I have taken 5 trades in the first day of trading. All profitable. I have taken 3 trades today, resulting in profitable. So right now, I'm 8 for 8, all profitable. Now that could change at any moment, and I do not want to portray the wrong message here that, you know, that there's going to be no losses, that there's not going to be trades that lose money. Market crash, money. If you're a brand new trader, or if you're an experienced trader looking for new strategies, new opportunities, if you'd like to get the ins of some of these trades, when to get in, when to get out, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I make mistakes all the time, but what I am saying, there's certain things that I observe sometimes that I've been able to develop and put into a system that helps me. That helps me stay on track, that helps me time some of the things a little bit better at times than the others. And again, by no means am I right 100% of the time, but over the years of trading, I have been able to observe certain things that are more often true than not. And I've developed a 5-step simple system that helps me identify opportunities, that helps me analyze opportunities, and that helps me put on certain strategies at certain times. And the market environment has changed drastically from what we've seen in the last 8-9 years to what's been taking place in the last few months. So if you're using still the strategies you were using then, you may be finding yourself in a situation where you're currently experiencing some losses. And if you'd like to know how to get back on track, how to get back in the game to seeing your account in green, all you gotta do is start right here. Take action. Hit this big green button, how to profit, schedule your one-on-one consultation. The interesting thing about it is There's a lot of sources and information. There's a lot of chat rooms out there that you could join, but I don't think you're going to be able to get the same opportunity to be able to ask some questions that pertain to your situation. Obviously, you could learn from joining a chat room, but this is more of a special service, individualized service that's going to be targeted to you, that's going to be targeted to helping you to get you on track. For me, my goal is to share my knowledge, what I have learned in the years, hopefully with someone that would appreciate that knowledge and put it to good use. So if you are that person, then definitely hit this green button, How to Profit, schedule your one-on-one training call with me, and make your 2018 the most profitable year